Hey everybody, welcome back to Jackson Jet Setting. Today is day 3 of our Disney Magic cruise down to the Bahamas. It's our last full day on the voyage and really sad, but luckily Churro Mickey Waffles make it all better. We are in Nassau, Bahamas today, but we're actually going to use this as a modified sea day since it is such a short cruise. Lots of things to do on board. First up are the diaper dashes. If you've never attended one, they're pretty awesome. Basically, kids that are not of walking age yet can race and win medals, and the entire atrium gets filled with cheering fans. It's something not to miss on any cruise and just an absolute blast to watch. I was a little sad that we couldn't time our trip a little better with our son Roman, who is now fully walking and running all over the place. It would have been fun to let him compete. But today, I'm just enjoying all the small details on board the ship. I loved all of these bird paintings. I loved looking at the small details like a Mickey hand for the elevators and just all these amazing carpets around the ship that are just so cool to see. Walt Disney Theater's carpet right here. They're always in fantastic shape too. It's a great day in port, so I imagine that the pools are going to be quite busy today. Really just beautiful ship though. I just love the red funnel, Mickey Mouse red, and the yellows there. It's just so Disney and so awesome. Playing some Brother Bear on the funnel vision. Some people taking a slide down the aquadunk. And then next to us is the Carnival ship, the Carnival Freedom, that has caught fire several times. That's why it doesn't have a whale tail on it right now. Lots of ships in port today, over 6 ships, which is just crazy. Nassau gets really packed with ships, and I've been here many times, but it's a cool port, and they've redone the port a lot, made it a lot nicer. Decided to check out Signals a bit, since it does have a slightly different menu than other bars on board. I love all the art in the hallways, just very, very Disney. And I love the atrium with Mickey Mouse's sculpture here and the Halloween tree. Just really cool to be on a Halloween on the High Seas voyage. Definitely something I will look to do in the future, hopefully for a longer period than just 3 nights. I think 3-night cruise, much too short on a Disney cruise. Over at the Soul Cat Lounge, I really loved the Soul references on the shelves that are pretty hidden. If you don't know where to look, you may miss them. We were in here a couple times and I hadn't seen them yet, so it's cool to check that out. And then I got what was called a porthole, so it's kind of an infused cocktail, and it was absolutely delicious. We had dropped our son off at the It's a Small World nursery, so we were enjoying a kid-free cocktail here. Cool to be topped off with some ginger beer. And then we picked him up, and he went over straight to the splash pad. Had an amazing time with that. After that, I went and played some trivia. It was general knowledge trivia, and I ended up winning the whole thing, which was really fun. You win a fun medal on the Disney cruises, so definitely play those trivia and try your luck. Had some lunch at the Duck Inn Diner, wanted to grab a shawarma before we left, and so that did not disappoint. I really thought that this was one of the better items that I had on board the entire cruise. Loved all the different toppings that you could choose from. Just absolutely delicious. I went with the chicken, my wife went with the beef and lamb. Really, really good. Next, we went to the DVC presentation because they were offering a Pluto plush that we thought our son would really enjoy. 30 minutes, very, very, very low pressure, so not a problem at all for us to attend and basically say no. I'm sure one day I'll own a contract, either resale or bought through Disney, but not today. Beautiful sailaway from Nassau, one of my favorite sailaways because you get so close to shore at this point. Fun fact, that's going to be turned into the private destination for Royal Caribbean here in the next year or two, so look out for that on the channel. We'll definitely be visiting that. But just an absolutely beautiful day. The saddest thing to see when we come back to our room are luggage tags for getting off the ship the next morning. But before we do that, it was time for dinner. Rapunzel's Royal Table. Really excited about this. Very themed, awesome show and dinner concept here on the Disney Magic. We were welcomed by Hookhand, who wants to have a theater career, and he's a lot of fun. It was really cool. My son did not want to give him a high five though. But we were led to our table and began the entire experience. So very themed, very similar to the Frozen experience on the Disney Wish, I felt. Which is not a knock in any way. It's really, really high quality, very highly themed, and I was really excited with the menu, just very different menu on the Disney Magic. Basically, the concept here is it's Rapunzel's birthday, so you're celebrating that, and people come in, sing songs. You have live musicians walking around, playing for each table. It's a very interactive experience. You get some FaceTime with Rapunzel herself towards the end of dinner. So I really, really enjoyed this whole experience. My son locked into the show the entire time. Only knock I would say is, every table is going to be a little different here because you have these support columns that kind of can block your view. We had a table that was pretty close to the front, but not the best view. So it's kind of luck of the draw what you're going to get. These middle section tables are probably the best because you just have the performers going up and down the center area a lot. But we could kind of crane our head and check out the show a little bit. But we did have that pole in the middle there. Lots of fun Disney details, themed plates. And here's another look at the dining room before we check out the menus for our dinner here for Rapunzel's birthday.
That was pathetic. Well, hey, it wasn't absolutely awful. However, there's a lot more.
I will say it's a very noisy experience. So if you're someone who doesn't like loud dining rooms, this may not be your favorite dinner of the cruise, but everyone's being let in, and the show began shortly after taking our first orders for our main courses. Now, if you didn't know, you can order multiple items off of any menu on your cruise. They're there to make sure that you have just the most amazing meal. So I went with the ravioli, which was my favorite item of tonight. It was very, very delicious. My son went with the salmon, very high-end item for a kid's menu. But I also wanted to try the snuggly duckling platter, which is basically, a fancy charcuterie board. Very good. Wife went with the shrimp, and then I tried the asparagus soup, which was not my favorite. My soups this trip were not amazing. And then some more pork for my main entree as the bards would run around and play some songs for us. And then eventually Rapunzel did show up at our table and give us some FaceTime. She spent a lot of time at our table, which was really fun. Next up was dessert, my favorite moment of any meal. Wife went with the birthday cake sundae with the white chocolate candle on top. That was really cute. And I had the chocolate cake, which was good. And the great finale, the Lantern Festival, lanterns floating all around the dining room. Really a lot of fun. It's cool that there's a lot of Tangled on this ship. So if you're a big fan of this movie, probably Disney Magic is going to be your favorite ship out there. But amazing time, good little finale dinner on board the Disney Magic. Decided to go on a little walk and didn't realize that you could actually see the ropes area on the Disney Magic. This is something I haven't seen on any other cruise ship. Pretty cool. And then here's our Pluto prize from the Disney Vacation Club presentation. Our son enjoying the beautiful sunset here. Just absolutely stunning sunset today. One of my favorite parts of cruising is sunset on these very calm sea days where you're, had dinner already and you're just enjoying the time on board. Just absolutely gorgeous. Tonight's show was Disney Dreams, which is a Disney medley show, kind of all your favorite musical numbers from all the classics. A lot of fun, no filming on that, and it was bedtime shortly after that, and an early morning, sadly, to get off the Disney Magic. But the cool thing is we were heading up to Orlando, riding the Brightline train, and heading over to Walt Disney World, so you can stay tuned for more content around that part of the trip in a little bit. Thanks a lot for watching, and we will see ya in Disney World.